What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another recap. Thankfully, this time is a positive one, guys. We finally held a team under 100 points and we get a victory. Yes, that team is the Phoenix Suns, but they're still a higher scoring team in the NBA, even though they played no defense. So it was an accomplishment nonetheless. Certain players were really crucial. Jordan Clarkson was magnificent off the bench, guys. I got to tell you, a lot of people are hard on Jordan Clarkson because they call him the quote-unquote ball hog, but he's just playing his role, guys. We got to roll with it. This is exactly the kind of scoring punch we need from him, especially since Larry Nance went down and we inserted Kuzma into the starting lineup. So that takes away some of that scoring punch. So that's why I'm never that crucial on Clarkson. This is what he gives us. Another one was Corey Brewer. The kid was magnificent, guys. Corey Brewer was all over the floor. I loved watching it. And he really pestered everybody, including Devin Booker, who I tweeted this out during the game. I said, somebody give this baby Booker his pacifier. This guy's crying way too much tonight. And that is how you know that somebody got under your skin, right? When you start crying to the refs and then trying to get into heated fights with the bench and stuff. You know, leave all that clown show for the court, guys. Anyways, he balled out. Booker's very talented. I've noticed he cries a lot. At the last two games we played him, he cries way too much. I don't know if he has bad blood with the Lakers or what it is, but man. All right, so our starting lineup was sloppy at times tonight. Thankfully, the bench pulled through. We really need to figure out what's going on with Brandon Ingram. He disappeared this whole road trip. What do you have tonight? Let me look at his stats. I believe he had less than 10 points yet again. Yes, he only had 6 points on 2 for 9. So he has really regressed on his road trip. Hopefully he gets back on track, you know, starting, when is it? We play the 76ers, I think it's Wednesday. We come back home to play the Philadelphia 76ers. So look forward to that, and I look forward to pre-gaming on that game. But for now, let's focus on this one. Lonzo was benched the whole fourth quarter. So I agree with this move simply because Brewer was just pesky tonight. And he even impacted the game on both ends with his hustle. He also scored on the other end, even hit a wide open three tonight. So that was big time. Kuzma hit a big time three down the stretch. Even though he didn't have the best offensive night tonight, he still finished up with 11 points and he hit a couple big shots down the stretch. So I love it. I love the clutchness in Kyle Kuzma. He's not afraid of the moment. So it is what it is. But I really like the fact that the second unit finally lived up to what I've been saying, the best bench in the league. Of course, like I mentioned before, ever since taking Kuzma out, we kind of regressed a little bit. But it is what it is. Like I said, Ingram needs to get back on track. Brook Lopez needs to get back on track as well. He hasn't been that impressive the last couple of games. Although tonight he did a decent job in the paint. Not too impressive. He ended up with 15 points, 10 rebounds, and a block. So that's not bad all in all. Lonzo's always on that triple-double threat, but he didn't play in the fourth quarter, so that's why he didn't put up the numbers tonight. KCP. Now, he's somebody I wanted to talk about because KCP at times, I feel like he forces stuff, and that really bothers me. I didn't know that his basketball IQ was so low when it comes to fast breaking. Like, he takes it 1-on-3, gets blocked a lot. He needs to relax. So he needs to play more within the flow of the offense and only take wide open shots. I do like him being aggressive at times, but not at all times. Sometimes he needs to take his foot off the pedal and just relax a little bit. But yeah, it's just crazy, guys. I think next year we're going to be a lot better. Can you imagine what Paul George would do at that position over... imagine instead of KCP, it's Paul George with the current roster we have. That would be nice, especially if we can land Boogie as well. But the future's looking bright. Now, I didn't like how we struggled versus this team for most part of the game. It was only until the second half when we started putting our foot on the gas. But this team could have easily ran away with the momentum. They were at home. And like I said, they don't have trouble scoring at all. I mean, Booker was awesome. But I did like the fact that the defense stepped up big time and they closed out the game. However, we're going to have to learn how to put these younger, whacker teams away. Now, it is a good sign that we've beat them twice already because these teams we had problems with last season. Like last year, they even beat us by 50 at one point. So it's a good thing, we're showing progress by putting these teams away early in the season. That way, later games don't come back to bite us and we miss the playoffs because we lost to the Phoenix Suns or something like that. But we just need to be more consistent, guys, and continue on this trend. Zoe's going to learn to finish with contact. I'm not worried about that. I'll take a couple of questions now. So just in case you guys want to hit me with them, let's do it, man. Not much to talk about other than the fact that the bench stepped up big time. Brandon Ingram disappeared yet again. Brook Lopez was okay. Kyle Kuzma hit big shots down the stretch. Lonzo Ball triple-double threat every night. So, yeah, it was an ugly win, but we'll take it. So, I'll take questions now, man. Hit me with them questions. Laker love no matter what. That's right, Frank. We always love the Lakers, man. Even if we go 0-82, you're always going to find... Even though I can be hard on them at times, I still love the Lakers, man, no matter what. Brewer looking good. I want to keep Randall. Man, I want to keep Randall too, bro. But that's going to be up to him. At the end of the day, if he doesn't like to buy into this role, he might just want to walk. Dan, do you think not playing Lonzo down the stretch will hurt his development? No. Simple. All right, if Lonzo wants to play down the stretch, he needs to be impacting the court on both ends. You know, and he did a good job of this in spurts tonight, but it wasn't as great as the Milwaukee Buck game. The Milwaukee Buck game, he ended the game because he was on fire. So he needs to bring it, you know, for at least 30 of the 48 minutes. But he needs to bring it for the more part of the like I said, my only problem with Lonzo is conditioning, in my opinion. It impacts his shooting. His mechanics aren't that bad. Like, we've seen it before with Kevin Martin. That jumper is actually a jumper that can go in. Problem is, he's always off balance, and sometimes he's out of control when he's doing offensive things. But it's fine, man. Coach went with the best team on the floor, and I respect that. That's exactly what I expect from our coach. It doesn't matter about developing one player. What matters is the wins. And the development will come along with the process. So, Dan the man, what's up, bro? What's up, Jeffy? How you doing, man? Can I get a shout out? Hey, shout out to Money. I see you, man. I think Randall needs to play with Lonzo. Hey, pick and roll with Randall and Lonzo has proven to be pretty lethal. So yes, I would like Luke to do more of what he did last game, where he benched Lonzo early in the first quarter and then brought him back early with the second unit. Dan, what do you think of Bogut today? He set some solid screens. He did some things out there. He might be getting his footing back, man. Bogut, when he's in his good form and in condition and everything, he's a good player. So I like the fact that he rim protects for us, and he does little things here and there. But at times, I would like to see Randall out there over Bogut. What do you think of the second unit with Bogut? I thought it fired up Randall, concentrated in offense more. What do you think? Yeah, like I just mentioned, man, there were certain things I liked about him, some things I don't. How is Ball out of condition? I don't understand what that means. No, what I mean is he's not in NBA shape yet. For a point guard, that's one of the hardest positions to play and to run. As a young rookie, you're gonna be running through screens. You're gonna be chasing some of the elite point guards up and down the court. You're gonna be setting up the offense. You got to get back on defense. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of responsibilities. Point guard is the hardest position to learn in the NBA. Therefore, he needs to be in shape, meaning his breath taking, his breathing intervals, all this stuff. And he also needs to get in the weight room and get bigger. But what I mean, he needs to be more. He's still a baby. He's still in his baby body. He's going to be bigger by next year. He's going to be stronger. He's going to be physically more athletic and just more in shape overall. Dan, predict our record after 30 games. Man, you guys really putting it on me, huh? All right. Record after 30 games, I say we're going to be... Ooh. I think we're going to be playing sub-500 basketball, so I'd say 15-15. Hopefully. Refs ain't giving Lonzo calls. The refs never give us calls because we don't have a star player yet. Wait till we get a star player. Dan, I completely agree with you on Lonzo's conditioning, but I don't think it's because he is lazy. It's just that they don't play as much in college. Yeah, I agree. But like I said, the point guard position is one of the hardest ones to be in shape for, especially when you're chasing after guards like Moutier, Westbrook. And yes, I did say Moutier because he's one of the fastest point guards out there. When you're chasing these fast athletic freaks, even these D-League players come in and kill us. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. Nobody's concerned about Lonzo unless you really don't watch a lot of basketball and you're expecting immediate results. But anybody who's been watching basketball for a while knows Lonzo's going to be special. He's oozing with potential, guys. He's just, it's just all over him. It's written all over him. It's going to be great. Give him a year or two and this kid's going to be scary. Every night he's already a triple-double. That's just the start. Dan, do you think trading JC is a good idea? Laker fans are always calling for it. Laker fans, I think we just want to see immediate results. Trading JC is not a good idea unless we have to unload Dane and we get a promising piece in return. JC is a young prospect, guys. He can go off any night like he did tonight. And all season long he's been shooting well. I don't know what his percentages are. I haven't checked. But he's been shooting. He's been very efficient. So I don't know why a lot of people... I don't know why a lot of people want to get him traded or they don't like him. His job is to come in and score. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard, right? Tyler Ennis, Lonzo, other players run point guard. Even when they put him at point guard position, we expect him to come in aggressive. So that's all we need from him. Yeah, we do need a backup point guard. Just slide JC to the shooting guard. Not a problem. Clarkson is the type of player that shoots early in the shot clock. I'm sorry. I mixed two different questions in there. My bad. All right, let me reread that. Clarkson is the type of player that shoots you out of the games or into them. Man, you need an aggressive player off the bench. I don't know what you mean by out of them. There's games where nobody's shooting well. It doesn't matter what JC does. You can't blame a whole loss on one player. Yeah, you got to keep the hot players on court no matter who's out there. See, exactly, Kevin King. People just don't want to give him his credit. See, JC is shooting plus 500, over 50%. So, guys, this kid has improved, all right? At times, I get it. He falls asleep on defense, yes. But so does the rest of the lineup. Can't be that harsh on him. All we need to see from these players is improvement. We've even seen improvement from Julius. He's been hitting that three-ball more consistently. I've seen more wide-open threes hit by Julius this year than I've probably seen in his whole career. So that's improvement there, even though the form still looks sloppy. We need to run more plays for BI. I don't know, man. BI, he seems to like to blend in. I don't think he might not be a go-to. He might not be a go-to player. I see Kuzma as more of a go-to than Brandon Ingram. Now it's still early. I'm not gonna make that final judgment on him. But for now, he seems to like to blend in and get his points wherever he can. I like him to be more aggressive and look for a shot. Do you think we should cut Vander? Well, I was never, a fan of Vander Blue because he has tunnel vision. So, for those of you guys that are saying, he's not really doing anything, a lot of people wanted to give him a shot. So, here's a shot. Now, give him time. Dan, I think we should start Jordan. I've been saying it. I said the two players I would start was Kuzma and Jordan Clarkson. But the only thing I hate about KCP is that he jacks up too many contested shots. His basketball IQ needs to improve. I feel like he plays really quick. Like, he needs to slow down at times and just, he's very athletic and gifted player. And he can go off at times. But the problem is he forces too many shots. He gets blocked a lot because he goes 1-on-3, 1-on-2. And in transition, he pulls up from three like if he was Steph Curry when his shot isn't falling. So he just needs to slow his roll a little bit. What about Blue? He was great in Summer League. Yes, he was great in Summer League. But, again, he was playing the role. In Summer League, we needed somebody to come in and just score, and that's what he can do. He has tunnel vision. But right now, that's Clarkson's job. We can't have two Clarksons out there off the bench with a Julius Randle because that's too much ball hogging. We need a playmaker to come off the bench and set everybody up. Somebody mentioned this before. I forgot who it was. But the perfect player here would be Kendall Marshall. He would be amazing off the bench because he can run pick and rolls. He's a great passer. And Lonzo can learn something from him. He's a veteran. A lot of people make fun of him because he can't score, but again, we need a playmaker off the bench. Now, this would, leave something to desire on his defense because he's not very good on defense, but at least we'd have a playmaker. He could average anywhere from 4 to 6 to 7 assists off the bench. That would be crucial, man. When Kendall was on the Lakers, he was killing it. Starters need to stop losing big leads. Who is the worst shooter, Zoe or BI? Right now, I think it's going to have to be Zoe, simply because he's off balance every time he takes a shot. Brandon Ingram, at least he squares up more, properly more times than not than Lonzo. Dan, will the Lakers defense rank in the top half of the league this year? It better. We sure as heck have the personnel for it, so it better. It better, man. Why did they bench Lonzo? Simply, I feel like he's just rocking with the best players on the floor tonight. Tonight, I can't even criticize him. We won, and that's all that matters. And Corey Brewer was a big part of it. And I think Corey Brewer, Clarkson was hot, so it was a natural finish. It has nothing to do, he's not in the doghouse or nothing like that. I don't think so. We should be fine. Will they win the next couple of games? I sure hope so, man. I hope we get the next couple. We're gonna need them, for a shot at the playoffs. We're gonna be at home for a couple of. That would be great. Brandon is shooting 45%. Lonzo's shooting 30%. Yeah, to me, it's not so much about the percentage. It's more the shot selection and the balance on the shots. If you're a shooter in real life, you got to square up. The way your toes are pointing at the basket, all that matters. Your shoulders, your release, bending of the elbow, keeping it straight. All that matters, guys. Fundamentals. So I see Brandon Ingram's jumper more better than Lonzo Ball's for now, but that can always improve. Dan, do you think we'll reach 500 again? Of course. I've been saying all season we're going to be a sub 500 team. I've been one of the few Laker fans to predict that we're going to go win at least 40 games. So I stick by that, guys. I never back out of it. Even if we lose 10 in a row, I'm not going to back out of it because I feel like we have the personnel, and with the proper coaching and rotations, we can actually get to the playoffs. I feel it. And you know what? A playoff spot just opened up because Rudy Gobert is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. And who knows how he will come back. So that's a major opening for the Lakers. The Lakers can take advantage of this to close the gap on the Utah Jazz and eventually overtake them. So that's another, like I said, a lot of injuries during the course of a season. We're equipped better than most teams to withstand injuries. DTLF, great team win, man. Go Lakers. Gotta admit, I'm not a fan of Corey Brewer. I'm his biggest critic, but I will leave him alone tonight. Great effort by Brewer. And see, even if you're not a fan of Corey Brewer, you got to respect his effort. That's why when I mention trades, I never mention Corey Brewer because I actually like his hustle and grit. And it rubs off on other players. Tonight, even Clarkson was hustling. Certain players were diving on the floor. I was loving it, guys. That's all we want as Laker fans, effort. Give us a shot to win every night. Whatever happens after that, happens. Have you seen the schedule of December? It's brutal. Hey, man, we're going to take it one game at a time. You know, if I'm the Lakers, I wouldn't even let them see the schedule. You got to focus on the very next game every single night. Dan, who's going to guard Ben Simmons? Brandon Ingram is his job. I don't care how skinny he is. He's the wing. He's the lankiest wing we have, and he has to try to do his best. But Ben Simmons is good, but he's not the offensive force people make him out to seem yet. I've seen him play. Very good triple threat player, but he's not going to go out for 40 on you. Did you hear Magic's interview? No, I have not. I have not heard Magic Johnson yet. Like I said, I've been busy. We've been making music and stuff like that. So stay tuned. But fill me in if you guys know something I don't. I fill you guys in all the time, so I expect the same from my fellow Laker fans. If you guys know something I don't, fill me in. Honestly, Dan, we should have blown these boys out. Luke still has some issues with rotations for sure. You can never expect a blowout. It's the NBA. Tonight, the Atlanta Hawks almost beat the Pelicans. So every night is different, guys. The Atlanta Hawks are one of the worst teams in the NBA. They're in rebuild mode. So every night is different. You can't expect a blowout. All you got to expect is competition and, you know, to continue to fight. That's it. That's all you got to expect. I'll take a couple more questions, man. Hit me right before I get off. I want to win so bad against the Sixers, too. I feel you on that one, Mambo Max. Adam, you're a clown, bro. I never believe a word that comes out of your mouth, bro. Well, yeah, I respect it, though, man. We need some sense of humor sometimes. Adam's a creeper. Dan, what do you think about Bogus' performance on the defensive end? I love his defense. His mobility, you know, his rebounding, not so much. But I think he's still not in basketball shape. I was even for cutting him earlier in the season, I'm not going to lie. But if he continues to provide these kind of valuable minutes, then he can stick around. What do you think about LeBron's comment on Lonzo? I think LeBron is pretty much setting up the Laker fan base to come here. He's been sucking up to Magic. He's been sucking up to Lonzo. And, you know, I think he's going to come, man. I really do. I feel like LeBron's going to come. Again, if it happens, you know, go Lakers, whatever. But I prefer Paul George and DeMarcus Cousins. Those are my main two targets this offseason. Ingram doesn't have superstar potential. At best, he's an Otto Porter type. If we get PG-13, I'm trading him. Nah, bro. You can't give up on a project player, man. Imagine if we said this about Andrew Bynum 2 years in. It actually took Andrew Bynum like 4 or 5 years to actually start making an impact. So when it's a young project player, trust me, Brandon Ingram's going to get bigger. He's not even in his man body yet. He's a shell of himself right now. So don't judge Brandon Ingram based on what he's doing now. Just give him time, guys. I'm telling you, I've said this last year when everybody was bashing D'Angelo Russell. I said, most players start improving and becoming what they're going to be around their third or fourth year. D'Angelo is in his third year now. He's averaging 21 points and 5 assists. So for those people that were hating on him last year, now you know. See, it's good to be patient with young players. You don't want to trade away the next D'Angelo Russell or the next James Harden or the next Brandon Ingram because they can be something special. Unless they really show that they don't work hard and they have bad attitudes, then go for it. Trade them. But when you have a young player that's hungry, like Brandon is, and it's only going to improve, and he has a great attitude, that's a dime a dozen, man. You got to keep him around. I'd be happy with Avery Bradley and Boogie as free agents next year. What do you think? Keep Randall and JC? I mean, yeah, I'd be happy with that too. Any improvement is a welcome addition. I'm not a spoiled Laker fan, and I'm not going to say, oh, the Lakers, it's make or break. We better get 2 superstars or nothing. But I do expect us to get one at least. With Magic Johnson's cachet and the way things are setting up, the Cavs are sucking. So definitely LeBron's going to want to leave. Paul George and the Thunder are not really, meshing well. So most likely Paul George is another. The only one that's iffy, that really hasn't shown any signs or love to the Lakers, is Boogie Cousins. But sometimes it's the ones you don't see coming that come. So, got to keep the options open. Brooke Lopez. Bynum was good, but let's be real. Kobe created a lot for him. Yeah, of course. Of course Kobe created a lot for him. But you're only adding more fuel to my fire, bro. So imagine what Brandon Ingram's going to do when he hits his prime and you have somebody like Paul George or Boogie or somebody creating for him. You see what I mean? So just be patient. What's up, Brian Jackson? How you doing, bro? Notice people that are going to produce right away but don't realize that they have to develop, and not everyone balls out their rookie year like LeBron or KD or Kobe Bryant, who averaged 8 points his rookie season. Exactly. We got to be patient. We got to be patient, man. Money talks. But look at Giannis. Giannis averaged 8 points his rookie season. Imagine if Giannis was here. He averaged 8 points his rookie season and about 12 or 14 his next season. That's the same kind of leap that Brandon Ingram's making, man. Brandon Ingram's averaged 9.8 points last season. Now he's at 14. So he's making a similar leap. Just be patient with the kid. Just be patient with the kid, man. We cannot expect nothing from nobody, ever. Just patience and just enjoy the. I don't want to seem like I'm Joel Embiid here with the whole trust the process, but I'm gonna say enjoy the process, all right? Because there's beauty in the struggle. Look at these kids now, because these kids one day are gonna be stars. At least 2 or 3 of these on our team are. I think it's gonna be Lonzo and Brandon Ingram, or maybe even Kuzma and Lonzo. I'm not sure what the combination is, but maybe 2 or 3, maybe more are gonna be stars. That's all I gotta say. Hey Dan, what are the keys to winning a championship? I haven't been asked that one before. Good question, Gabriel. Keys, stars, man. You got to land stars because, and this is a star-driven league. The last team to win a championship without stars was the Detroit Pistons. So, and that was a while back. That was in 2004. And it was a painful memory. So that doesn't happen very often. So stars are one of the major keys. And then we go from there. Then you build around the stars. All right, guys. That's definitely going to cut it, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all you guys for showing up, always showing me love. Man, I'll catch you guys Wednesday for the pregame. Keep it locked right here. Also, check out my boy Demi Gold. Man, shout out to him. He's doing it big on his channel, man. If you guys want some positivity in your life, go check him out. Also dropping music pretty soon. So thank you guys, man, for all the love and support. If you have it, please leave a comment, a like, and subscribe. If you already have it, man, all things Lakers, keep it locked. Music coming out real soon. I'll keep you guys posted. Peace out, Laker Nation.